Hey YouTube, welcome to a new movie collections update video for the month of September 2015. I want to thank you again for joining me, everyone. I appreciate it. For those of you that have been following my channel and looking at my videos, giving me thumbs up and giving me comments, you guys, I appreciate it, alright? As always, guys, I got a nice little selection of movies here, and I hope you guys enjoy it, alright? So, first up, I have this movie that I finally got to see. Well, not finally, but I finally got to watch it again, and it's Ex Machina. I have to say that this movie was actually really good, really interesting, guys. It's definitely something that I would definitely recommend for you guys to check out, especially if you guys are into sci-fi, if you're into AI, robotics, things of that nature. This is definitely one of the top films, I think in the last year or so in terms of AI and robotics and things of that nature. Basic premise is a guy's chosen to be the tester for the Turing. He's chosen to participate in a Turing examination, or the Turing test, which is to basically, what it does basically is to assess whether an AI can be considered an AI or whether it's considered human. So it's just kind of like telling whether you're actually human or not. So a guy's chosen to pretty much be to partake in this examination to kind of test the newest robot, which is the main character you see on the cover of the Blu-ray. And he has this bunch of interactions with this robot, and you can kind of really see that it is beginning to display actual, real human emotions. And he tries to, the whole course of the movie basically is trying to figure out how he can try to help her escape from here. And that's pretty much all I want to go into in terms of this film, because there's a lot of other very interesting, subplots, and narratives that are happening in this film, which I think make it a really great film all around. Because there's a lot of things dealing with human emotions, and just whether a inanimate object, again a robot, can actually be considered to have have a life more than just being a machine. So there's a lot of things that are happening in this movie, guys, that I really enjoyed, and I definitely say check it out if you haven't done so already, guys. Ex Machina. The next film that I have to show you is called Kumiko the Treasure Hunter, with Rinko Kikuchi, who's the actress from Pacific Rim. And this is one of the surprise movies that I really didn't know how this was going to turn out. And the only reason why I got it was because of the actress Rinko Kikuchi, because I recognized her from Pacific Rim. So I wanted to see. I remember seeing a trailer to it, and it looked pretty interesting. The basic premise is that she plays a character who's kind of like a, in Japan, who's a kind of like she's isolated. She chooses to isolate herself. She's not very sociable. She's kind of like the antisocial type of character. She works as an office lady, so she works in an office setting. She kind of keeps to herself a lot. But the whole premise of this film is basically she comes across a videotape or a copy of Fargo, and towards the end of the movie, she sees that the character, the Steve Buscemi's character, buries all the money that was stolen in this field somewhere near a fence, in the snow. And for some reason or other, she gets it in her head that she thinks that it is real, because she reads a disclaimer at the beginning of the movie that the film actually is based on actual events. So she thinks that the treasure is actually real, that it does exist. So she goes through a lot of trouble to try to figure out how she can get to America, to go to Fargo to see if she can find the treasure, because she's the type of character also that kind of like, she's down on her luck. She really doesn't know what she wants to do with her life or where her life is heading. So she sees this as an objective in her life, something that she needs to do. It gives her purpose, it gives her reason. So she invests a lot of time trying to figure out how to get there. So the whole movie is just basically just seeing how she tries to not only convince other people, but convince you as the viewer that yeah, this is real, that you want to root for her, that you want her to kind of succeed. And there's just a lot of stuff that happens, and it even ends on a very interesting note as well. I don't want to say too much about it because it might give away, the ending of the film. But honestly, guys, I really did like this movie a lot. I definitely say check it out. Kumiko the Treasure Hunter with Rinko Kikuchi definitely is one of those surprise hits for me, at least over the summer, that I was glad that I saw the trailer for and I picked it up. So definitely check this out. The next film that I have to show you is a film with Simon Pegg called Kill Me 3 Times. If you guys have seen, my reviews of his previous movies, especially with Nick Frost, you know that I like Simon Pegg as an actor. He's pretty cool as a comedic actor. He's a lot of fun to watch. So this one basically is no less. The basic premise is that he plays a hitman for hire that's hired to assassinate the wife of I believe he's a drug runner, and because he finds out that his wife is cheating on him, so he hires Simon Pegg's character to go pretty much assassinate her. But there's this other couple that kind of, has already decided that they're going to get rid of the wife anyway. So there's a lot of twists and turns in here, and they all make for a lot of comedic moments that I really enjoyed, and even the whole twist at the end, because everything kind of comes together really nicely at the end in terms of like who was really double crossing who, or who was really actually working with who. The next film that I have to show you is, I finally, I heard about this movie a while ago, and I was actually really curious because I'm surprised that this particular actor is doing a film in this particular genre. And it is Arnold Schwarzenegger and Abigail Breslin in Maggie. And I remember hearing this about maybe last summer or so, that he was actually going to be doing a zombie film, and I was thinking, wow, that's really, really unique and out of, maybe, I don't know if out of character is the right word to say, but it kind of feels like it, because I mean, we always know Arnold Schwarzenegger, being, an action star, even though right now he's kind of at the tail end of his career. But, this is definitely, a step away from what he normally does. And I have to say that regardless of that, he really does a really good job in this film of portraying a father who is just trying to protect his daughter who's infected with the zombie virus, and the government, is trying to eradicate the virus and whatever zombies are still remaining. So he tries to protect his daughter as best he can, as long as he can, from having the government come in and take care of her. And there's a lot of things in here that kind of made me think in terms of, when we put a lot of things into perspective in terms of, just what we value, how much we value it, and what we're willing to do in order to try to protect it, whatever that thing may be. And in this case, it's another human being, especially a family member, in this case with the character that Arnold Schwarzenegger plays. The next film that I have to show you is Ben Stiller in While We're Young. This film I thought was actually really good in the sense that it shows Ben Stiller's character, as well as I forgot her name, and Naomi Watts' character. They play a married couple, and they're kind of they're losing, I guess you could say, the spark in their marriage, because it's been years and things like that. And they happen to come across this other younger couple that kind of influences them in terms of trying to live a different life, trying to be more adventurous, do more things that they wouldn't normally do, because they don't feel like that's something that they would have done before. But because of the energy that this younger couple kind of brings to them, this spontaneity in terms of feeling rejuvenated and all that jazz, kind of really kind of provokes them to just do more things, to just hang out with this younger couple, to the point that basically they feel like they're trying to imitate the lifestyle that the younger couple has, but there's also like another aspect to this film that you slowly begins to become revealed, that and just kind of finding yourself, really trying to admit to your significant other or whatnot that this is basically who you really are, or this is who we really are, and we can't really be like that anymore, or we can't be like like somebody else, because it's just not us. And the last thing that I have to show you basically is an anime that I finally, it's a season 2 of a particular anime that I finally got the chance to watch, and I'm hoping that they come out with a season 3, because I really did like this. And it's Medaka Box Abnormal. This is basically season 2 of the Medaka Box anime series. I spoke about the first season, a few videos ago, so this is basically the continuation of that. And I have to say that this is absolutely amazing. The animation work is top notch. It's what I would expect from, I believe, I think it's Gainax that does this one. I believe so. Sentai Works. I forgot. I believe it's Gainax that's responsible. They're the animation company responsible behind putting this particular series together. So getting back to it, there are a lot more fights. The mystery behind who Kurakami Medaka is and what she's supposed to represent fully kind of gets explained to a certain extent. It really gets blown apart in terms of also uncovering the real reason why this particular class is involved in something mysterious behind the scenes in terms of the Flask plan, or what they call the Flask plan, which is just another way of trying to create the perfect being or things like that, because it revolves around again each one of these unique characters that are called abnormals, that have unique abilities of certain things that they can do, and they're pretty much just put in a battle royale against each other. And Medaka Box basically is kind of like caught in the middle of this in terms of trying to figure out what's going on, being coerced into trying to participate in the plan, but then figuring out what it's really about, and trying to set things right. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Again, like I was mentioning before, this is an absolutely amazing animation series. I love the quality of it. I love the character designs. I love Kurokami Midaka's character. You know, I mean, it's unique in terms of who she is and what she represents and how she goes about, you know, influencing other people with her ideologies and things of that nature. The one thing that I have to say is that unfortunately this series kind of ends on a really major cliffhanger. That's why like I mentioned earlier before, it's like I'm hoping that there's a season 3 of this, because that would be amazing to see how she ends up dealing with the two characters that are brought up at the very end of this particular season. There's two unique characters which I would think just blow everything out of the water. That's pretty much it for this particular video, guys. So as always, you know, like the video, give me comments, tell me what you thought about the comments that I made for these particular movies. Give me other suggestions of what you think I should be watching. And as far as any updates that I have right now for you, I'm not sure if I'm going to be putting videos up more steadily throughout the next couple of months. The new semester has begun already, so you know I have 2 classes that I have to teach this semester. So you know I'm going to be dividing my time between that and probably like some other things that I'll be doing as well in terms of, you know, my job and all. So I'm gonna be splitting my time between that, but rest assured that I'll still be putting up videos, but you know, again, they'll probably be more sporadic. And I know I mentioned this, you know, a couple of videos ago, but the idea still has crossed my mind about trying to do something special with this channel. So I don't know yet what exactly that's going to be, but a possible hint could be maybe expansion, perhaps, maybe. I don't know yet if I want to do something like that, but I'm kind of leaning more towards it because maybe there's just some other things that I want to do, you know, for my channel or channels, you know, that go beyond just simply talking about films. I might want to show you things that I might want to work on, or I might just do something else entirely different. So I don't know yet, guys. I don't know yet. So I might make a separate video where I basically talk more in depth about what it is that I want to do in terms of an additional channel if I decide to do that. So, but if anything, you guys tell me your thoughts. I mean, what's it like, you know, having more than one channel? I mean, how do you guys balance it? Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? You know, how's it been like for you guys? So let me know, you know, so that basically I can make it easier for myself to make a decision whether I want to do this or not. Even though I kind of feel like I'm probably going to go ahead and do it anyway, just for the heck of it. So, but again, guys, like as always, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys liked the video, like what I had to show you, and what the comments that I made about the films that I showed on this video. And again, guys, you know, stay safe, keep watching films, and I'll catch you next time. All right, guys.